I'd like to thank all the councillors tonight for their really intelligent speeches that they've made, the quality of the speeches. And actually what's been really heartening to know is that we're all joined by this passion to save the Brompton Hospital and to keep it in this borough, because as we understand, it's not only important for the health of our residents, it's important for the health of not everyone in this country and for the visitors to come there who come there from abroad. And of course, it is really important for the economy of the borough, which I will come back to. In terms of the leadership team doing something about this, you've just heard Councillor Addenbrook's incredibly committed and passionate speech that she's made. And we all stand side by side with her and absolutely back all these motions, that we will do everything we can to make sure that people are called to account and actually we get some proper inquiries about what's going on here. But I would just like to point out, when I myself was in fact the chair of adult social care back in 2018, I have a letter that I wrote to Jeremy Hunt, who was then the health secretary, pointing out to him how very concerned we were on the adult social care committee about what was going on, and that we really wanted the government to investigate this. Rest assured, Councillor Lindsay, we miss you on the leadership team, but we haven't given up our passion and fight to stop this happening in this borough. But in terms of the economic impact it's going to have, of course, I completely agree. Everyone I was about to say in this room, everyone on our various computers, we'll see this is completely obvious. I just did a little back of the envelope sums here on the number of medical staff and people that were arriving on a daily basis to visit the hospital. And if you estimate that to be 3,500 people who are buying one cup of coffee, and that's just a cup of coffee, let alone visiting the other shops or going to the pharmacies. If they did that one day a week at the cost of an average Pret or Costa cup of coffee, that amounts to a staggering £70,000 a week that's just being spent in that area on simple things like coffee. So we know that the impact would be absolutely massive and wouldn't be easily replaced by whatever else came in its place, which takes me on to actually the point that Councillor Mason made about the property prices and the sale of the site being potentially selling for £1 billion. Well, I think with the impact of COVID, first of all, the value of that site has completely plummeted, as the value of all London property sites have plummeted. In that fact, we will inevitably work differently, and properties won't be so valuable in terms of office space or even high-end residential space when we don't see so many visitors coming to this area, which is another problem in itself. Although maybe I should be looking at the fact that it won't be worth so much, maybe could be a positive in them not wanting to sell it so much. But unfortunately, I doubt that. And I just wanted to say to Councillor Dent-Coad, who seemed to be giving up on Kensington High Street in her speech, we're not giving up on Kensington High Street at all. We're absolutely doing everything we can to look at how we can re-energise it, revitalise it, and support our really valuable businesses that are operating on Kensington High Street now. We know that we're in a really, really critical and dangerous place.
1 minute, please. Not
only for the health of our borough and for our nation, but also for the economy of both of those two. And we've got to do everything to make that balance in looking after our economy and health, which I know the government's trying to do at the moment. I absolutely support all the motions here. As Johnny and Kim have said, let's keep at it, let's see some action. But I have to say that on the economic motion, a hospital that is so disinterested in the stakeholders, is so disinterested in working with their local community and residents, I fear that even though we can point out to them the huge impact that they will have on their local economy, I'm not sure that that will actually make them take any notice at all. So I support all your motions, and I thank everyone that we're coming together to fight for this really, really important hospital to keep it in this borough. Thank you.
Thank you very much.